Thursday, June 20th, 9 a.m. Mountain Time, 2019. Guys, in this video, I've got some incredible video and pictures to share with you guys. Some storms last night stretching from Texas all the way up to Philadelphia, taking power out to 250,000 customers at one point. In fact, probably more than 250,000 if you factor in Oklahoma and the states that aren't highlighted. These are just the states that are highlighted. Oklahoma had 7,000. Kentucky had a couple of thousand, Missouri a couple thousand, so there were more than 250,000 customers without power as a side effect from these very strong thunderstorms that are very persistent right now in the northeast part of Texas, stretching up into Arkansas last night and Louisiana. I received a photograph from a gentleman from Vandervoort, Arkansas, where a huge, getting close to world record size hailstone was discovered in this community I'm going to share with you here right now. Vandervoort, Arkansas, small community of 120 people. More than likely, these homes and buildings in this small community have roof damage from the hailstones that fell last night. This is a photograph of the hailstone, or one of the giant hailstones that was discovered, roughly 5 to 6 inches in diameter. That's an estimate. Here it is next to the world record hailstone that was discovered in South Dakota a few years back. That was last night over here on the right in Arkansas. Just an incredible hailstone. Look at that thing. That's probably in the neighborhood of 3 to 4 pounds. And I would say, when you measure the diameter of that thing, it's at least 12 inches, quite possibly 14 inches in diameter, depending on how you measure it, if you go long ways or across the center. Either way, that is a huge hailstone that's much bigger than softball size. Again, discovered last night in Arkansas. And if you look at the map of different reports that, again, these are the ones that are just reported. There could be larger ones out in rural areas that go unreported that we don't know of. This is from last night, June 19th, from hailreports.com. And you can see a concentration of large hail in that storm that I just showed you over here at the Ghost 16, right in this area here. And that's been a very popular spot for large thunderstorms, large hail, very intense thunderstorms just in general through this area for the last couple of weeks. And if we go to the wind reports, this is what's causing the power outages, the high winds. There weren't really an abundance of tornadoes, but the map is just almost overwhelmed with high wind reports extending for hundreds of miles. And if you just click on a few of these, most of them share a common denominator with trees down on power lines. That's what's causing all these power outages from high winds from these very big storms. This is, again, these are the ones that are just reported. There were probably 10 times as many that went unreported. And that holds true, too, with the hail. That's just the hail that was reported. So looking at the map, you can tell that last night was a very active night. When you look up into the Philadelphia area, they were experiencing last night flooding. And when you look at the map here at the Ghost 16, you can obviously see this storm here. That's what created this massive hailstone that was discovered on the Arkansas-Oklahoma state line right there. And that's at least a 6-inch stone, if not bigger, and it was right in this area here. So pretty obvious that there was a big storm that went through there. But when you get up into the Philadelphia area, where they received over 4 inches of rain in a 4-hour period.
They received over 4 inches of rain in a 4-hour period.
So it was raining a little over an inch an hour for 4 hours. Let me pause it real quick. Again, this is the Ghost 16 from last night. There were evacuations last night in an area just east of Philadelphia, or west of the Delaware River, right in this area here. But when you look at the Ghost 16, you don't really see anything overwhelming. But there were water rescues last night in parts of Philadelphia. People evacuated from their homes by boat, people stranded in cars. But looking at the Ghost 16, it does not look that intense. So that's from last night clear up to this morning, and this was recorded at 5 o'clock this morning. So during the overnight hours, it doesn't really show anything here on the Ghost 16, but there was definitely flooding and a lot of reports of flooding and water rescues. As you can see here, I just simply Googled Philadelphia flooding, and it talks a lot about different water rescues and cars stranded. Kind of a big deal. So heavy rain extending many miles from Texas all the way up to Philadelphia. And like I said, that giant hailstone was very, very impressive. If you compare it to the world record, or at least the largest found in the United States, it's getting close. I'm not saying it's any bigger, but it's a very big hailstone. Hopefully that's in a freezer somewhere. That was sent in by a gentleman by the name of Emmanuel. He shared that with me on Facebook. Nancy Scott Rhodes from Vandervoort, Arkansas. Vandervoort, like I said, it's a small community right in there of 120 people. So good job, guys. Thanks for sharing. I also got a video from a young lady, Julie, out of Texas. And during her video, she lost electricity, and she was one of the customers, the 225,000 that lost power during this storm right here. Check this out. Again, this is Julie from Texas. And this is one of the main storms that went through the northeast Texas area last night. Here I slow it down. You can see some of the lightning. And right after the power goes out, Julie had her backpack ready and got her shoes on. And she was ready to move at a moment's notice in case this storm...
Oh, no electricity.
There's the power just went out right there.
The power got cut off.
Check this out. So now it's pitch dark.
Go put my shoes on and my backpack.
So what she just said there, she said she's going to go get her shoes on and get her backpack, because you can see conditions could become ominous here, where you got an ominous storm moving in. Now the power is out. You don't know if there's going to be a tornado. From the looks of that storm, a lot of things could happen. High winds, large hail. So she got her backpack, shoes on, and was ready to move at a moment's notice, which was probably a very good idea. So once again, very large hail here in Vandervoort, Arkansas. Like I said, that rivals the world, or not necessarily the world record. We probably don't know what the world record is, because it probably fell in an area that was unpopulated. But that there fell in a populated area. Enormous hailstone. So thanks for sharing, guys. Greatly appreciated. I've got some new pictures I want to share with you guys that have been sent in recently. I'm still working on the email, as we're receiving quite a few emails, on average 100 a day, and all of them contain
Pictures and videos, so I try to respond to everybody accordingly. So if I haven't got to your pictures or video, just know that I am working on it, and I am trying to get through them all slowly but surely. Here you can see a photo sent in by Keith B. from Charlottesville. The first one was from Dylan up by Seattle. This one's Matthew from over in the UK. We're seeing these double rainbows everywhere. Awesome photograph here of the sunset from Peru overlooking an airport. An awesome pink-purple sky sent in by Kate from North Utah. Another double rainbow. This one's got more of a purple appeal to it. Purple, light pink. Another pink-purple sky sent in by Kelly. Not exactly sure where that's at. I think Ohio. And this one here is kind of unique because it's 6,000 feet in the air above Philadelphia. This was taken from an airplane by Jules. Double rainbow. Sulphur Springs, Texas. Awesome sunset, or sunrise. Either way, it's spectacular. Sent in by Jessica. United Kingdom once again, Carrie. Now what I want to show you here, and this was the question that they proposed to me with regards to this photograph. There was something up here, and more than likely when I see things like this, I've seen so many, I'm assuming that that's some sort of a lens flare. But I will say, and like they were implying, this one's kind of weird for a lens flare. I don't know what we've got going on here. Don't claim to know. I'm just sharing with you guys what was shared with me. That's a photograph that was sent in by Carrie from the United Kingdom. And you can see there it's highly pixelated. It's round. I don't know if that's a lens flare or exactly if maybe that's the sun itself. I have no idea. Anna sent in the leading edge of a thunderstorm with a very wet downshaft right there. It was pouring down rain, coming down in sheets. Awesome photograph. So is this one here, sent in by Renee from Southern California. I'm not exactly sure what this is or what caused it. It's definitely not natural, or at least it doesn't look natural. That's why she took the photograph. 5 vertical lines right next to each other in the sky from Southern California. Photograph here sent in by Brooke from England of some waves rippling through the skies of England. Good photograph. Thanks for sharing. Another very impressive rainbow, double rainbow from Montana sent in by Patty. Just unbelievable. I mean, those things are gorgeous. Look at this here, sent in by Lori from Ottawa. And she's had this picture for a while. It's like a big mothership setting up in the sky. That's how she described it, you know, and that's what it looks like. It's a big thunderhead. Awesome photograph from Ottawa, Canada. This one here is very unique as well, from Sweetwater, South Carolina, sent in by Catrice. She was absolutely stunned when she saw this sky. And again, I don't know if this is sunrise or sunset. Either way, doesn't matter. It's super impressive. You've got like sheets of light in the sky that are orange and yellow, and there's none to the far right, none to the far left. It's just right here in this area. It doesn't look like, you know, a normal sunrise. There's something very unique going on there. In the line of the direct sunlight, in fact, it looks like the sun is covered by clouds, and then you have this wall of orange and yellow light. So she was quite astonished by what she saw, so that's why she took the photograph, and that is an excellent photograph. Once again, that's from Sweetwater, South Carolina, sent in by Catrice. I want to thank all you guys for sharing your excellent photos and videos with us. If you have any more to share, you can send them to reports@MrMBB333.com. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a super day, and be safe out there.